Hey you guys, and welcome back to another 5-minute video. If you just watched the kind of face proportions video, then here's our little drawing of the bear child. We're going to go ahead and draw a profile view of a head. Let's make sure that's still on the camera. Good. So generally when you're drawing a head, there's like the general circle, that's the skull, but then it actually comes off like this. So just get a good like rectangle in there somewhere. And you'll find out that there's not a best way to do it, but get kind of a shape that you kind of feel good about, and you'll kind of see how this turns in. I know right now it looks like a cow's face or something like that, but this is kind of to show you if you have your X again in there, I guess, or your plus mark in there, where the plus mark meets the edge right here is kind of where the bridge of the nose right here, this area, is going to be. So it's going to come off of there and go straight up into a nose. And then I'm going to exaggerate the circle a little bit. And then you have the lips come out again, and the chin kind of comes down. So they have kind of a really prominent chin. I'm actually going to shave some of that off. And I'm actually going to pull it back a little bit too. There we go. So you can see from the beginning, I drew that rectangle really large, and this is kind of this trial and error thing. You can kind of figure out what you prefer. Some people really enjoy like the long snout of people. Another important part of this is once you have a profile that you like, remember that the top lip is going to kind of bow in, and then the lower lip is generally smaller than the upper lip. Yes, the upper lip is larger than the lower lip. So it'll stick out just a little bit more if we're drawing a line straight down. And then it just pops out for the lips and then gradually goes back. And then right about here, right about the center of this X is where you're going to start your ear, right? And remember the eyes, which will be somewhere in here, line up with the top of the ears. Same with this guy. Eyes line up with the top of the ears. And then this jawline will go right up to the bottom right there. And then what the funny thing that people forget a lot of times is the head is not perfectly round from this angle. From the front it pretty much is, but you're actually going to want to shave off some of the back here. And that one move alone will make your heads look a lot more natural. So here was our normal line. You're gonna just cut it in a little bit right there. And then let's go ahead, and if you haven't practiced eyes from a profile view, then go ahead and practice that a little bit. They are definitely they're different from drawing it straight on. But hopefully you can see kind of this face that's emerging, a very feminine looking face. One interesting thing to note from a profile view, the more you like turn up this nose and bring it to a point, the more feminine it'll look. So it'll look more like a girl. And then the more you bring the bridge, so if we were to do another quick one, hope I have time for this. If we were to do another quick one right here, the more you bring it out and down like this and leave the nose to like sag a little bit, the more it'll look like a man's face or a witch, whichever one you'd prefer. Men look like witches. You can kind of see there. So see the difference in that nose profile. I actually drew this a little while ago. You can see pretty well more of an arch in the nose will be more indicative of a man's nose. More of this feminine curve and a point at the end looks more feminine. So that is my general guide on how to draw people's faces in profile. If you have any questions, always feel free to email me. Please post and comment when you try this. I would love to see your practices and give you some feedback. And go ahead, feel free to pause now and practice, move on to the next video if you want. But remember, you got this.